Yep. Second this thing goes live, we good. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Beast Mode Brandon back again. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you guys were able to make some money in the markets today. Today was another blessed one, you know. This whole week's been a blessing, but truthfully, I mean, we expect it, right? We all expect to win. But the only way you are going to win if you follow these three things. You got to stay consistent, you got to use proper risk management, and you got to trade the plan, you know. And it kind of goes back to, in the end, why are we doing this? What's our why? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to tell people it resonates with me. I want us all to make more so that we could bless more, and whatever's in our hearts, we give back to family, friends, charities, churches, all making the world a better place for everyone, you know. So that's my why. You know, we could all be by ourselves, but we get to spend time with each other on a Thursday night, right? Next thing, every Friday, if you are not in the mastermind, I open up a live trading. If you are a catcher, or if you're watching the recording, we are streamed to YouTube right now. We do live trade. If you want the freebie Friday, just comment BMT below. We'll get you, or just comment I'm ready. Whatever you want, just get the attention, and we can get you rocking and rolling, right? So that's another thing I like to do to give back, just so people can see what we do. Like, we're not robots. We real, you know what I'm saying? We all real, you know. So anyway, with that being said, it is Thursday. I don't want to take too much of your time. I do know I did get a couple questions. Hey, you like my shirt? Yep. Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit different. You know, typically I'll go over and go over the trading plan, some of the things that I call out in the live room tomorrow. But I feel like most of us on this call are kind of already accustomed to that. Plus, you got tons of recordings with that. So this time, right, you guys can ask some questions if you want. So if anybody has any questions about like Swing Master Pro, Trend Box Pro, how to get a day trade, how to buy a stock option, anything that you got, I mean, you let me know. You know, from the beginning standpoint, you guys all should have went through the trade school and been fast track to get to the point where you're at right now. I kind of share with you a little bit more advanced techniques that we can do. So let's freestyle it up. So if anybody wants to come on and ask a question in the chat or come on the mic, feel free. If there's a stock or anything that you want to take a look at, then just fire away. So does anybody want to go first? I saw a couple people come off the mic and then they muted themselves. So I'm not sure if you wanted to hop on first and go for it, or you don't want to break the ice. You know what I mean? Yeah, hop on. You know what I'm saying? You good? Anybody have any questions? All right. Yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem. What's Trend Box? Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, go ahead. I'm paying attention to what's trend box.
What is it? You want to go
Paying
next?
attention to you instead.
You want to go next after this person?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen, right? One of the tools that we use is our Trendbox Pro, right? It is a very powerful technique, our floor and ceiling, you know. And I'm not going to go too much in depth how to trade it because we do have master classes on this. But typically, if you are day trading, this is a great tool, right? It doesn't matter whether you day trade options, whether you trade futures, because it's all exactly the same thing, same technique over and over and over again. So let's just put on SPY, right? SPY. Everybody can trade SPY. So if you look over here, I call this the house technique, right? Look at it just like this. This is your box right here. You got your roof, right? When we break, this is your floor. How do you get to the basement? Everybody, how do we get to the basement? Well, you go underneath the floor, right? And how do you get to the attic? Well, you go above the ceiling, thus being the ceiling and the floor technique, right? What happens is, yeah, you good. What happens is we wait for price to break out of this box. So we sit on the sidelines, and wait every single day for the stocks that we are specifically trying to watch. And when they move in our direction, then we want to take our trade. What do I mean by that? Right? This is exactly what I mean. If it breaks the floor right here, we want to hold it close to this target, and we are going to have a stop loss right there in the middle at the midline. If you're conservative, if you are aggressive, we can put our stop loss right up there. So if we do take a floor break and price comes down about right here, I would classify that as a winning trade. Why? Because did it get close to our purple line? Yes or no? If we broke the ceiling and we came right up there and came back, did we get close to our purple line? Yup, absolutely. So let me erase all this. Remember, it does not matter whether you are day trading, swing trading, or investing, because you, right? How good are you specifically if you don't have a plan? So we create a plan so that we have actionable levels. So when something happens, we then take action. So coming into today, what were we looking at here for SPY? Well, a lot of us in the live trade room, right? We do this together in a live market every single day. We broke the floor right there. It came back up, came back down. Did we get close to this purple line? Yep. Guess what? Every single person with me this morning took that trade. We were good. If we went back the previous day, right? We went back the previous day. It broke the ceiling yesterday, right? You get the gist. And it pushed up, hit target, you good. The previous day after that broke the ceiling. Now, this is what we tell people in the room. If it breaks the ceiling right here and then comes back down and almost takes a loss and then re-breaks it, just put a trail stop in. So we call this a lackluster day. You got a small winner, more so a break even. So tomorrow we come out and we will trade the floor and ceiling. In the live trade room, you're going to hear a whole bunch of ceiling breaks, floor breaks. Well, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? How we get the trades. If you come over here to our Swingmaster Pro AI and you fire up the scoreboard, I put it right here on the hour time frame. Put on the scoreboard right here. Wait for it to load up. See how we've got our scoreboard right here? If we were trying to create a trading plan for tomorrow, what I would do right now, well, I see ES and YM are strong sells right now. This could change, right? Coming into about 8:30 a.m., this can change. It could be strong buys. As of right now, right, if we were to come into the market, it's 9:15, and we just say it's 9:15 a.m., right, on a Friday, I would say, all right, guys, I'm going to take floor breaks only for YM and ES for the futures traders, but I don't trade futures. All right, no worries. If SPY or DIA ETFs break the floor, go to the basement, guess who's taking that? Are you guys taking it? I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? So just understanding that, right? But I always like to get a bias. If we don't have any strong buys, the next thing I do is I'll come to the volume spring and I'll look for the green ones. So as long as Swingmaster Pro is green with the green volume, like right here, tomorrow I'd actually watch BABA and I would watch UPS if we don't have any strong buys. But if we have strong buys, I'm going straight to the strong buys. So then we come back here to our chart that we had, and guess what? If we have ceiling breaks, we're only taking calls to the upside. If we have floor breaks, we are only taking floor trades to the downside. Does everybody understand that? Put a 1 in the box. Put a 1 in the box if everybody understands that. And that's how simplified day trading can be, you know. And that right there hopefully answers your question. What is trend box? All right, Mike, go ahead. You up?
That's what I was gonna say. I had a train thought.
What is it?
Train thought now.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I forgot in my head. I was trying to never mind. Go to somebody else. I lost the train of thought.
All right. All right. Hey, who else want to go? We opening it
I know
up.
what it is. We do the iron condors. I want you to go over that.
You say go over the what?
The iron condors.
Oh,
Mike, your sound is really horrible, man.
yeah. All right. He said the iron condors. All right. So the iron condors is for swing traders, right? And the power of iron condors is we are actually selling options to capture premium, right? What am I talking about? Well, in the stock market, if you buy a straight call or a straight put, you need to get expansion in your favor if you're buying a call when the share price increases in value, we make money. When we buy a put option and the share price decreases, we make money. Well, when you sell options, you really don't want it to expand, right? So hear me out. If you look at all these days, I see one big expanding day, two expanding days. Guess what? We have a lot of little days. So with this technique, we're reversing it, and we're going to make a lot of money on the smaller days, right? But the key is we trade the plan. Remember in the beginning of the call that we want to trade the plan, right? With this, the power is Swing Master Pro AI. Now let me explain this. You come down here, right? And this ledger is very powerful. You come down here where it says AI swing trades, right? You see where it says 5125. We can't sell ES, so we're going to give me a company with options, Mike. You want to do SPY?
Amazon, Tesla.
Amazon? Let's do Amazon. All right. The AI swing says 5.9. So how do we determine that? Well, let me ask everybody in this room right here. Can you, and if you can answer yes 2 or 3 times, put a yes in the box, but not yet, because you don't even know what I'm going to ask you. Do you have 5 minutes or less per day to take a trade? If you can say yes in the box, that's 1. 2, can you follow one technique on one symbol each and every day? If that's you, you can do both those things, put a yes in the box right now. With this technique, I need 5 minutes a day, and I need you to be able to follow consistently one symbol. Can everybody do that on the swing trade side?
Yes.
Yes, right? If you can't do that, then swing trading's maybe not for you. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out. This is how powerful this is. The Iron Condor, right? We are buying a call and selling a call. That's one leg, right? That's the upper leg. And we are buying a put and selling a put on the bottom side. So when we take the Iron Condor, right? I'm going to put the Iron Condor. We have 2 calls to the upside. And let me do this a little bit different here. We have a call, a C, and we have a C. And then on the bottom side, we have a P for a put and a P for a put. So understanding this right here, when you do an Iron Condor, the top call is actually the buy. I'm going to put a B. So the call equals B, which is the call, you're buying the call, right?
Right.
The one right underneath it, the strike right underneath it, you are actually selling it, right? Call, sell. Now on the put side, the very bottom put, you are buying
it.
Right? And the next strike up, you are actually selling that put. Now give me a 1 in the box if everybody's following me right now.
1.
You're calling your put that you're buying on the outsides, and you're selling the calls and the puts 1 strike inside. All right. So now the share price, let's just say, is right here where this plus is at. As long as that share price closes underneath that call and underneath that put, if it closes anywhere in here, guess what? That equals profits. That's what we want. So we don't want these huge days, because those huge days are actually losing days, right? We want it to stay inside of our Iron Condor bracket. All right. So now, how do you take this Iron Condor? I'm going to show you right now. I'm giving you a representation on Charles Schwab Thinkorswim platform. If we have Amazon right now, right?
Right.
And we put in the spread, change the spread all the way down here to Iron Condor. And we are taking something right here, right? Let's just say we take this. Now remember, when this comes up green, you are not selling, you are actually buying. But when we change, right? When we change this, if you see where the call sides, these 2 are the calls, these 2 are the puts. You see where that plus is on the call and that plus is on the put. So remember, we said these strikes need to be on the outside, right? So if the share price right now is 228, we're probably going to sell the 232.50 calls, right? Buy them, and then we're probably going to sell the 230 puts, right? Because if that's 232, what's the next strike that's next to it? 230s. Now, when you click 230s, guess what happens? Immediately comes into the red box. That is us selling it, right? Now, if we are at 228 right now, right? And we go down to where we're buying the put because that needs to be on the bottom side. We might go down to 225, and this one might be 227, right? Or we might say this one can be 227, and this one can be we can say 230, right? If we sell this one right here and press confirm and send, what you're going to see right here is you're going to see this right here. Check it out. If you change this to one contract, I always recommend starting off with one contract to grow your account. If you start off with one contract and you press confirm and send, guess what? You're going to max profit $180. Your max loss is $70. That is extremely. That's like a 2.5 to 1 risk to reward. Me, I would probably change this to 225 because now hear me out. In order to get a max profit, the share price right now, 229 basically, is in this put leg. You want it to be pinched in between that. So really, if we would change this bottom side to 225, change this to 227.50, right now, we're going to get a potential max profit. As long as we close underneath 230, but above 227.50, we will get a max profit, right? So now if we press confirm and send, this one, we're going to get a max profit of 112, and we will get a max loss of 138. The reason I like the iron condors is because guess what? We already know what our max win and max loss is going to be. You know what I mean? We already know that.
Yeah.
We already know that. So it keeps things simplified from a swing trade standpoint. Now, if you want to order this, right? You can change it to market, press confirm and send, or you can do a limit price. And understanding this right here, when you put a limit price in, you see where it says 112. That is your max profit, $112. So in order to take this trade, if your max winning is 112 and your max loss is 138 or 140, that means this trade is leveraging, right, $250. So if you have $1,000 account, technically you could take this trade and be okay with that, right? So and I have a master class on this, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but Mike asked a question, I'm just answering it, right?
Yeah, I
So,
gotta take the master class. This is confusing.
nah, you good. So then, right, your max profit is 112. If you want to increase your odds, you can always set your profit at 60 cents because we want this to go to 0, and that's what gives us our max profit. So if you're so used to buying directional calls and puts, in your mind, it's like a mind game because now we're doing opposite of what we always did before, right? All right, you follow me? So then
Yeah.
now so that's why we're selling it. So we want our option actually to go to 0, right? Because the time decay, the theta decay, all that actually works in our advantage now. We want to capture all that premium. Why do you think Warren Buffett makes so much money? Because he sells us all options, and the probability of the options expiring worthless, you have like a 70 or 80%. So right out the gate, we're already increasing our odds than buying a directional call and put, which is time-based, right? Now we go back to our chart, and this is where the power comes in, right? How do you take this for yourself? Well, if you see the AI swing is at 519, whatever the share price is where it closes, 229, you say 229 plus 5, guess what that is? That's 234. You can't take a 234 strike, but you can take a 235 call. See that? The next strike down, you're going to sell the 232.50 calls, right? Then the share price is 228. Now you subtract it, 5, right? 228 down to 223. Now you may click the 222.50 puts, buy that one. The next strike above that is going to be 225. So now using Swing Master Pro AI, it is generating the targets for you, hands free. You just got to exit. You just got to enter and sell that position by 4 p.m. each day, right? Or once a week. If you do the weeklies, you just need to be able to take that position. So now, guess what? Realistically, we can figure all this out in about 1 or 2 minutes. But I put this out so that you don't got to figure it out yourself. This is how I'm doing it if you want to do this for yourself. That's why I tell people you can create passive income and live off of it using this technique right here, one strategy, one symbol, over and over and over again, right? I'm not going to say anybody's name, but I have a gentleman that he follows me, and he takes one. He has $100,000 account. You want to see what he averages per month? What do you guys think he averages per month? Put in the box.
10,000.
How much?
10,000.
All right, that's your guess. Anybody else want to put a guess in the box? What we just went over right here. He averages about $17,000 a month.
He does? Well, for 100, that's almost 20%.
Now you do me a favor. Put a 2 in the box right now if that's something you can live off of. Put a 2 in the box if that's something you can live off of. Now you dumb this down, not dumb it down, but you decrease. Not everybody has 100K, and that's fine. But realistically, right? If you had 10 grand and you're making $1,500 to $2,000, do me another favor. Would $2,500 or $3,000 extra a month, right? Would that or $1,500 to $2,000 extra a month? Would that help your income and pay a house bill, a car bill, or something to save? Put a 3 in the box if that's something that would help you. And that's more realistic for people just starting out, right? So many people are going to come in and say, well, I have $1,000. The truth is, you got to grow your nest egg more, right? $1,000 isn't meant to like bring you home, but realistically, with $10,000, $20,000, you can realistically do that 5 minutes or less a day, same technique, same time, same pattern every single day, and that's the power of Swing Master Pro AI. Now, real quick, now check this out. How do you backtest this? All right, this number doesn't change from like 5.19 to 3. It might go from 5.19 to like 5.5. So if we take this number and we start off, right, in December, right, or we can come, whatever we want to do, let's just start off, what's the 12th? We're just going to start off right here. We're just going to start off on this day, right? We're going to start off on that day. So if you come right towards the end of the day, it says 202. If we go 5 up and 5 down, guess what? That's a max profit. So 202, and it closed at 201. All right, guess what? That's a max profit. So I'm going to do a check, max profit, right? All right, bottom 201, next day 204. Guess what? This is another max profit. There's 2 winners. That one we already know is a max profit. That one's a max profit. That's a max profit. This one right here, 196 to 201. Guess what? That's a max profit because we had to go to the 202.50, or that's a partial profit. This right here is a loss. All right, I'm sorry. We took a loss. Well, guess what? Anyone that's telling you we're going to win forever isn't realistic. But guess what? Max profit, max profit. Let's see, 207 to 210. Max profit, max profit. We'll say, let me see if this one's a loss. 213 to 218. All right, we're going to chalk that one up as a loss. Max profit, that's definitely a loss. Max profit, max profit. Max profit, max profit. The last month, just to put this in perspective, so you know we're not crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. 7 and 1, 8 and 1, 9 and 1, 10 and 1, 10 and 2. 11 and 2, 11 and 3. 12 and 3, 13 and 3, 14 and 3, 15 and 3. That is 18 trades in a month. 15 divided by 18, right? 83%. Now do me a favor. You be happy with 83% probability? Absolutely. So now we got 15 winners. And on the thing I just shown you, our max profit was $115, and our max loss was $140. So with a $1,000 leverage account, let's just say you start off small because you wanted to learn this, not a problem. You had 15 winning trades of a max profit of, say, $120. There's $1,800 of net profit in 1 month, right? But remember those 3 losses of 140. So that is 420. So we take $1,800 and you subtract 420. That now becomes $1,300. Guess what? In 1 month, you just did 138% ROI on your account. If that's crazy, I'm telling you, it happens a lot. Now, every month isn't that great, but guess what? Some months might be 15 out of 20. I've already had months where I've won 20 out of 20 trades. And that's the power of Iron Condors, Mr. Meyer.
All right. How much is one of those to do that whole contract cost?
It's going to leverage. You're going to leverage them. All right, I'll show you right here. You're going to leverage right in this trade right here. If you press confirm and send, you are going to leverage the 138 and the 112. So this trade right here, you would leverage $250 per trade.
That's it?
That's it. You leverage $250 per trade.
I think you were gonna tell me like 1,200 or something.
No, sir. No, sir. When we do SPX, you leverage $500 per trade. When we do SPY, you leverage $100 per trade.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Great question, though. See what happens when you guys ask questions? Now you get a little mini training, you know? All right. Who else want to step up and come on the spotlight?
Hey, Brandon.
Yes, sir.
So when when you're day trading and stuff, so do you do a bit of both? Like, do you do your iron condor and like your standard puts and on options and buys and calls and puts as well? Like, are you sort of mixing up your trading day with your different strategies, or?
Hey, that's a great question. So that's funny you asked that because someone put in the box too. Explain to me the reversal system, which that we're going to talk about that real quick. So it's going to help you answer your question as well. To me, right? Trading is a tree trunk, right? Within that tree trunk, you have branches, right? And I have a day trading branch, I have a swing trading branch, and I have an investing branch. You follow me? If one of my branches snap and I need to rebuild it, does my whole tree fall over? No. Nope. Not up. Right? So for me, I tell people I day trade for my job, I swing trade to help grow my account, and I use the profits between both to pay my bills and grow the account, and I shovel it into my retirement account. I have over 40 stocks that I've purchased with free profits trades. Now, guess what? That account is straight house money, right? Straight house money. And we talk about investing on a different call, but now check it out. So to answer your question, I have different techniques. One of the techniques that I do, one of the most simplest systems that we have is Trendbox Pro, right? The floor and ceiling, and red arrow, red candle, green candle. Now, what the heck is Brandon talking about? All right, same thing. You're going to use Swingmaster Pro AI yet again. ES is the futures S&P 500. You can follow the futures chart and trade the SPY ETF at the same time. So this is for my options traders and my futures traders, right? So this is what I do right here. And it doesn't get it. Me and Mike Jamar, we put tons of resources, hours, dollars into this to get this to where we want it to be so that you guys can make good money trades with us, right? This is what we're talking about. So does everybody see on my chart? Does everybody see what color are these candles right here?
Right.
Red. All right. What color are these candles right here?
Green.
They're green. Power of this technique, right? If you trade options, you take a red arrow on a red candle. When that closes, here's your entry. Now all right, since we all got that, let me erase this, right? And this is for people that like to get in a position, and this is why we call it the reversal system, because it's high probability setups, like crazy. And I'm going to show you a little secret. I really don't want to share with it, but I'm going to. So our first arrow would be right here, because 9:30 a.m. Eastern is when the cash session fires up, right? When that candle closes, this will be our entry. That candle's closed or the next candle's open, right? When you trade stock options or futures on day trading, the reason people fail is because they don't have a plan. What's my plan? Well, this is my plan right here. I use the previous market structure high, which will be right up here. This would be my stop loss. Then, to give me an idea of where I want to take profits, I measure this, right? And I don't have to be perfect. And I'll come all the way down here and create a one-to-one, which would be right there. But truthfully, if we get to about the halfway point, I'm going risk-free in a trail. So I'm going risk-free right there, because stock options work that way, right? Futures, it's fixed, but stock options work that way. What I mean by risk-free, if I entered here, this is my stop loss, I'm now taking my stop loss and putting it right down here. As the trade hits this area, and as it keeps going lower, I'm moving my stop loss down, or I'm just taking profits there. I don't do it that way because I use trailing stop. You guys all know that, right? So anyway, I'm going to go over this again. What did I say? Red candle, red arrow, right? If you took this trade right there, did you get a winning trade out of that or did you not? That's a winner. All right, guess what? I could be done in that trend. Then we got a green candle, green arrow, which will put our entries here. This would be your stop. This would be your one-to-one. Price came right up to your one-to-one. Just to put some food for thought, if you entered it here at 76, you took profit down here. That right there is a potential $500 futures winning trade. This right there in the option space, that's about a whole dollar move on SPY. So you just made about 30, 35% ROI on an options trade. On a day trade, put a 1 in the box if you'd be happy with that. Even if it was 15% ROI, I'm okay with it. Why? Because the power of it is this right here. If this is your stop out, that's your entry. Once it hits your one-to-one, you need to go risk-free. You don't have to take profits. You need to go risk-free, right? So now, if you like the 5-minute chart, that's how you can trade it. Me, I'm a scalper. I like to get in at a higher probability setup. So what I mean by that is I come down here to the 2-minute time frame, and this is what I'm looking at. I'm taking trades in the 2-minute chart as long as they sync up to the 5-minute. So remember, the 5-minute was red until right here where the star is at, right? And then the green was right here, all the way right there was the green. And by that time, I could be done. Let me explain. Also, if you come up here to the ledger where you see 2 and 5, if these colors are both red, I know the 2-minute and 5-minute candles are red. At this time, right here where my star is at, they would have both been red because I'm on the 2-minute time frame. The 5-minute was already red, but to prevent me from going from chart to chart to chart, that's why this is so powerful, because it's telling you everything you need to see in the ledger, right? So now check it out. For 5 minutes, if our 5-minute is red, you see we got an entry here for a put, we got an entry here for a put, and we got an entry here for a put, right? Now our candles are green. We have an entry here for a call, entry here for a call, right? This right here, these arrows, I wouldn't take. Why? Because the idea is in a trending uptrend, you want to enter it here, you want to enter it here, have your stop out there, have your stop out there. You do not want to enter it as it's going up and trading sideways. You don't want to enter any of the trades when it's consolidating. You know what I'm saying? So there's some of them I wouldn't take, but the reason I would take this one is because guess what happened? Price pushed up, it reset. Guess what? This would be my stop out. To the downside, price pushed up, came back down. This would be my stop out. Price pushed up, came back down. This would be my stop out. Price reset, came back down. This would be my stop out. Right? So now from a scalping standpoint, right, my objective is to get 1 or 2 winning trades a day and walk away. So now if I took this trade right here at 76 and it went down here to 73, that's an easy $150 right there. Then if I take this trade right there, guess what? 74 down to 67. That right there is about 7 points. That's $350. All right. Guess what? Between these 2 trades, could I have gotten 250 there easily? Absolutely. Could I have gotten 100, 150 there? Absolutely. Guess what? In 2 trades, I have close to $400 net profit taking 1 contract. That $400 on average per day generates me over $100,000 a year, but I'm doing this in an hour or less a day. Now, let me ask you this. What would $100,000 a year do for you and your household? Is that paying bills? Is that passive income you could live off of? Is that your road to generational wealth? If it is, and you're watching this recording, put a DCG in the box. And that's what we do. And that is what we do right there. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to your plan. So if it resonates with you, then you're going to follow it. If it doesn't, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? That's fine too. So that right there is Daniel, that right there is my plan. Why I do the day trades that I do. I day trade one branch, swing trade for another branch, and invest for another branch. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Brandon.
Yes, sir. I see everybody that put DCG in the box. All right. What else we got?
What are your settings on the Swing Pro?
I mean, I can't tell you that because then I'm gonna have to bury you. You know.
Ah,
Kidding. It's be the same settings that you have. You go to Swing Master Pro AI. You got your 55. My reversal arrows are aggressive, and
aggressive.
yep. And I turn everything on.
So what do you mean you turn everything on?
I mean, I check everything on because I like my order flow lines. I like my reversal arrows both ways.
Show previous day AI pivot.
Yep. I like the AI pivot. So now when I'm day trading, and this is another aspect of why this is powerful, right? When you day trade, you got two different pivots, right? So if we look at SPY today, let me erase all this because now it's be turning a mad mess. You have two different things right here. You have this line right here, which is our AI pivot, right?
Oh, all right.
This right here is our central line of the day, right? This right here is our AI pivot. So this right here would be we're extremely bullish below it, and we are bearish, or I'm sorry, we're bullish above it and bearish below it. The reason you see it cut off right here is because I have it on the last like in my settings, I have it on like the last 10 or 15 bars. When we opened it, this would have actually been right there. And this reversal right there would have been perfect because it reversed right off of our AI pivot. You know what I'm saying? Ding, ding, ding. We good.
Ding,
So
ding, ding.
always notice that because you don't want to take a trade right into that pivot level because it's either support or resistance. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just looking different on my page.
So, and this is the thing. How do you know if the candles are above it or below it? Well, guess what? When the candles are above it, right? Like right here, when they were above it, guess what? They green. When they get below it, they turn red. These are red because the candles are all below it. So it tells you eye color right then and there. You always see when you have it. You know what I'm saying? You always see right off the thing. Yours is different than mine, Rhonda. Which ones do you have on yours?
So I have the the Swing Master Pro, but it's like my order flow lines are different. So like I have the same chart that you have up for SPY, and my order flow line is it's not even there where yours is, and my dotted lines are not there.
Because you got to put the check on in the settings. You have to check that. So if you want it,
I
make
think
sure.
I did. Okay, let me check and see and make sure I got it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I think you got to reload it.
Yeah, you have to check it and then reload it.
Okay, let me try reloading it again
Yeah, check
then.
it real
Okay.
quick. What happens?
Okay.
Maybe you got a faulty one. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. Double check for us.
Okay, I'll do that.
And if your order flow lines are different than mine, I put my settings in box just because it's this stream to YouTube as well. So just make sure your order flow lines are the same as mine.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, for some reason it didn't show up. I'll throw a screenshot in the WhatsApp.
Make sure yours doesn't say Swing Master Pro and it says Swing Master Pro AI. So they're two different scripts.
Yeah, so I have Swing Master Pro AI and I have my settings set to 55 aggressive. And then I have the order flow lines. It's set for the fast close lens 123 and then close 188
Yeah, so you got to change the top one to a 21.
to 21.
Yep.
And then leave the last one at 188.
Yeah, leave the last one at 188.
Hey,
Okay,
what
perfect.
what are you talking about now?
The order flow line. So you can see her order flow is going to be the same as mine, like right there.
Mine doesn't look like that either.
Because I just told you, you got to put it. We got to change the settings.
I
Yep.
did. So on sensitivity level, I got 55. You said that, right?
You scroll down to the bottom, right? Scroll to the bottom,
Yeah.
and your top one should be 21, and your bottom one should be 188.
Oh, 21 and
You
188.
don't. You ain't paying attention. Listen to them. Jeez.
Oh, it said 123.
Yeah, you got to change it.
Oh, shizzles.
Perfect.
Yep.
I got it now.
Look at him.
Right.
He put a battery in. He's good now.
Now it looks like yours.
Yep. There you go.
21. See, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you for making him explain it better.
Is yours right now?
Brandon,
What? Rhonda, is yours right now or no?
it is. It's right now. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, mine is too. It looks good. I like it like that.
So you don't have a faulty one then, right? Hey, appreciate you. All right,
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yep. Hey, absolutely. Hey, we got any other questions? If you got anything you want to ask, go for it. This is why we do these calls, you know? Absolutely. All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, do me a favor. If you guys like the open remix call idea or the questions, give me a DCG in the box real quick. If you guys like it this way a little bit better, and you guys could ask the questions in a sense, so we can go over it like that. Give me a DCG in the box. It's because we can all go back and watch the recordings of how to take the trades, and if you got questions specifically for it, then we can answer that. All right, I'll see you guys rolling them in. So perfect. Just remember, we do have we do have live trading tomorrow, freebie Friday. If you have any friends, cousins, families that want to peep in, let me know. I'll send them a special invite. We'll get them squared away. You know what I mean? So with that being said, hey, it's 9:50 East Coast time. I'm gonna give you back your evening. Let's make some money tomorrow. Let's have fun doing it, and let's go enjoy the weekend. Why? Because you all deserve it, and I deserve it. You know what I mean? We gotta treat
Yeah.
ourselves. With that being said, if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, never hesitate to reach out. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. You know what we say? Beast mode out.
Bye.
See you, bud. Yep. Appreciate you, Daniel. Yeah, you good.